We begin with breaking news. Moments ago, Trump was hit with 3 new criminal charges in Jack Smith's classified document case. Trump's lawyers left believing that another indictment is imminent. And you know what they say, it's always the third politically motivated indictment that really kicks in the door.
So that's Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. He was filling in for Newsmax's Rob Schmidt tonight, the show, talking about the additional charges against former President Trump related to his retention of classified documents after he left the White House. And the new charges alleging Trump had asked a staffer to delete surveillance camera footage at his Florida estate so it wouldn't be able to be turned over to a grand jury. For more on this, let's welcome in Ameer Benno, a former prosecutor. Mailman is the Vice President of Restoring Integrity and Trust in Elections, and Gerard Filitti is here with us in studio. Ameer, first to you, how do these new charges impact the strength of Jack Smith's case?
Well, they don't diminish the strength of the case. I don't know that they're very strong charges to begin with. I mean, the one is a document charge. The facts were already included in the original indictment, but it had to do with this Iran military document that was authored by Mark Milley that Trump had. So the facts were in the original indictment, but they didn't charge it. So they've just charged it now, perhaps to dispel all of these theories that it doesn't really exist. The second one is a little bit more troubling because that actually creates a nexus between Trump giving a direction to obstruct, which is to delete surveillance video. It's sort of hearsay in the indictment. And so I don't know how strong ultimately the facts are on this, but it does actually present some sort of direct connection to Trump in the obstruction as opposed to just innuendo.
Trump spokespeople responding in a statement saying this is nothing more than a continued desperate and failing attempt by the Biden crime fam and the Department of Justice to harass President Trump and those around him, going on, calling it an illegal witch hunt and to get someone other than Donald Trump to run against Joe Biden. So I'll ask you about this. As Matt Gaetz was talking about, the congressman from Florida, the third indictment's the charm. Is this one going to stick now that we have some additional charges known for the former president?
Well, I actually think there's one thing that might actually be beneficial for Trump here. You know, it's never beneficial to get indicted by the Department of Justice, but especially triple indicted. You know, one of the documents that they're now charging is this Iran war plans document that Trump showed a few people at Bedminster when he said that the document was classified. Well, it turns out now they're going to charge him under the Espionage Act for that document, but it was one of the documents that he returned. So if I'm on Trump's team, I think that I'm going to try and use this as an example that the documents that Trump did not believe that he declassified, so the ones that he agreed were still classified, those were the ones that he returned, and those included this Iran plan document, and the ones that he thought or did or wanted to declassify, those are the ones that he kept. So that distinction, the fact that the only one that they have him talking about his mental state of it being classified is one that he returned, I think ultimately can play in as a defense. This whole deleting security footage thing, not ideal, but of course for many Americans, a request to delete security footage is way, way less severe than Hillary Clinton's actual deletion of 30,000 emails. So once again, just showing that there really isn't one fair system of justice when it comes to conservatives and President Trump.
Again, the allegations surrounding Hillary Clinton and allegations around Donald Trump at this point, we're waiting to get to the bottom of this. And Gerard, do you think that there will be clarity ultimately when this case goes to trial, which as it is scheduled right now, for May of 2024?
Well, I think there will be a lot more clarity. And I think one of the issues that we will see by then, assuming that pretrial motions are not resolved in the president's favor, we will see more of a binary. Either he was entitled to have these documents and he properly possessed them, therefore the whole case falls apart, or he wasn't, in which case we go to trial and he has to put on a defense of what he knew or what he understood. But we will have a lot more clarity as time goes on with the obstruction charges as well, because those really turn on whether Donald Trump had communications with people and directed them to do something instead of whether they did so at their own volition, thinking that they were somehow being helpful.
Okay, we'll wait and see. And then also, again, on that third indictment watch. So a lot to happen potentially in the next week or so. Ameer Benno, Mailman, and also Gerard Filitti, thank you all very much.